everybody, and welcome into MASL TV here from Cable Dahmer Arena. Hope you're having a terrific Thanksgiving weekend. Alongside my broadcast partner, Eric Bergerud, I'm Nick Vassos. Eric, finally here, opening night for the Comets.
Can you believe it? It feels like a long, long time since the Comets were knocked out last season in the wild card game against UCFC. They are hungry to come back this season with a lot of new faces and a lot of returning faces. It's going to be a great season.
Yeah, it is. And, of course, only one game with Milwaukee this year. Kind of sad for Comets and Wave fans, but the one player, of course, we will be watching, and he's got a 40th birthday, doesn't he?
He is. 40 years old, 40 years strong. Nobody loves playing in Kansas City. See, love Kansas City. Like IB26, forward extraordinaire for the Milwaukee Wave. He loves playing in this arena. Expect him to try to light it up this afternoon.
What do you think about Zach Riggett this year for the Comets?
I think Zach Riggett's terrific. We saw flashes of it. First game here as a Kansas City Comets, 5 goals. You called last year, Nick. I think he's hungry, and he's ready to go.
All right, that is the Comets and the Wave. Eric and I have some changes that you're going to notice on the field when we come back from this break. Big game to kick off the season. We'll be right back.
Whether it's your first home or you're buying back your childhood home, Community America is there with everything you need to get the home you want. Member-owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
The Signature at West Pryor, Lee Summit's newest apartment community, is now open and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living. From the fully equipped fitness center to the poolside cabanas and sun deck, The Signature is your home to live, work, and play like the pros.
Is there will be an additional referee in this game, Eric? What's this all about? Fill us in.
First of all, one of the biggest rivalries in the league.
Let's make it the biggest rivalry
Thank
in the
you very
league.
much. So the MASL is testing our 3-referee system for the first 2 home games for all the teams in the league. I talked to Commissioner Tozer this week. He consulted with referee officials from multiple generations, including Joe Macknick from the MISL days, Steve Siomos from the NPSL days, and of course Ryan Sigich. So we're going to see 3 referees, more of what you're used to seeing in the NBA. It's been tested at the Combine, it's been tested in M2, and it's going to create opportunities for younger referees to get on-field experience like Drew Klepp, who gets his first game here today.
Yeah.
And guess what? After these 2 games are done, there will be a survey of players, coaches, referees, and fans just to kind of get everybody's temperature. Did this improve the game? And we'll see.
Yeah, nothing official from any of the coaches, in terms of what they think about it, but you're tied into the league, and you talk to so many people, Eric. Do you get a sense of what coaches like or dislike about it?
Well, Nick, it's kind of like American politics. It's going to be 52-48 split one way or the other, and I'm not sure. I've heard people on all sides. Some people like it because you have a third set of eyes on the field that might catch something that happens behind a play. You have some people that say we've always done it this way. We've always had 2 refs, but guess what? We haven't always done this way. In the original days of the MISL, back in the Joe Macnick days, there was 1 referee on the field, and when they decided to go to 2 referees, people were complaining, saying another referee on the field is going to mess everything up. And so fast forward to 2023, the league is going to try this, and we'll see how it goes.
We shall see. Now the focus turns to the players and each team here. There's a look at Nicolas Neto, who signed a contract back in June, a 2-year extension. He had career high in saves last year, 273, and an all-time record of 30, 18, and 7.
Great shot, stopping goalies both ways. Nicolas Neto, your friend.
Willie B!
Say it, Willie B! Willie Bonahenne. William Bonahenne in goal, too, and he's terrific. And for me, he was a difference maker for the Wave last year that had an off-season 2 years ago and won the Eastern Conference last year.
Willie B was awesome in St. Louis Friday night to kick off the season, and so was his backup, Augie Ray, they played a great game in St. Louis and won in overtime 2-1.
Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas, now with no fees at checkout. And we have a new game ball this year. Candace is the official supplier of the MASL's game balls. The MASL is proud to partner with an American company to provide all game balls.
Kansas City and Milwaukee for 1 game only during this regular season. We are underway. Comets get it inside their Milwaukee's yellow line. Marquez is there. Now a drive from the far touchline by Nacho is finally cleared away by the Wave back to the half line.
You thought this was going to be a defensive battle where Kansas City would just start off slowly? I don't think so, Nick.
There's Ramon Palmer with a touch. Ramon being named the captain for this year for the Comets. Bonahenne couldn't touch the ball outside the box here. Regan tries to bank it off the boards back in there. Huffman heads it towards Willie B. Willie B's got it. A couple of players out for Milwaukee tonight. Kyle Crane still out with a chronic illness. Marcio Leite has a hamstring strain. Andrew Hain, the big Brazilian target player, he's got a calf strain, and he did not make the trip here tonight. So those are 2 key players for Milwaukee who's not here.
Kansas City's also missing one of their new players, Leo Acosta, who played with Derek Huffman in Chicago. He's out, unfortunately, got dinged in practice this week.
Coached by Dino Dalewski.
When he was with Chicago Mustangs, that's right.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Comets scouting tradition goes far and wide in the United States of America and beyond.
Also, one of the Comets' recent pickups, Chad Vandergriff. He is not out. He is sitting tonight out because of point accumulation from last year. Here's Milwaukee inside the Comets box, flipped over the head. Neto snares it out of the air and then falls down to the blue turf.
So what's interesting is Reggett lining up as target. He and Marquez pivoting off there. It's going to be interesting to see where they put Leo, because I kind of expected to see them use Leo differently, but we haven't seen him yet on the field.
Here's Ray Lee with a right-footed shot. Willie B makes the save. Lee goes after the rebound. Carvalho, a pickup by Milwaukee, clears it away across the half line, and there's Berto Palmer. Berto across the half line, waves his teammate forward. Over to Lalo. Lalo down to Lee. Lee thought about it, curls it back and plays it back to Berto. 12 minutes and 48 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. No score between Milwaukee and Kansas City here on opening night at Cable Dahmer Arena. Great to have you here on 38th Spot, as well as Twitch.
We'll get into the Twitch chat throughout the game. Nick, I've already heard from some people, a lot of Milwaukee fans in the Twitch chat early on.
Berto down to Michael Lennis. Rebound shot by Rion is saved by Willie B. Willie B only allowing 1 goal on Friday night on the road in St. Louis. Sir Alex Bradley on over to Willie B. Forward. That pass off the mark and turned right back over to the Comets. Comets wearing their traditional red uniforms, red tops, red shorts, red socks. Milwaukee in all yellow tops, shorts, and socks.
Both teams going with Capelli this year. If we can get a close-up on the Comets jerseys, they have small Comets logos embedded across the front. They're really sharp. We'll get that in a timeout.
Here's Reggett taking the air out of it. Darts inside. Reggett looking to pass it off. Shot goal! Kansas City strikes first. Zach Reggett going to be credited with the goal. The Comets an early 1-0 lead.
The Gorilla is on the loose, and he is hungry. Look at him make that turn. Wallace scored it. I think we'll count this as a Wallace score. Look, he pivots off the boards, pass, goal. Sort of like an individual Wallace score for Zach Reggett. His first goal of the year, Nick Vassos.
Yeah, Reggett, 156 points in 98 games. That's over a point per game, and he's already reached that point. Again, Zach Reggett tallies, and that one going to be unassisted. 1-0 Kansas City, off to a good start here with 11.5 to play in the first. Huffman leaves it for Pereira. Pereira runs into a pair of red jerseys and then kicked away by Sosa. Held in by Correa. Correa sends it off the glass right into Neto. Neto outlets to Nacho. Nacho shielding away the defender, goes down, and a foul is called against Pereira.
Two things I would say. Correa, one of the newcomers that Giuliano Oliviero brought in. He scored the game-winning goal in overtime the other day. Comets' transition game is a serious thing.
Oh, he opens. Oh, it's Henry Ramirez.
There's your guy, Nick.
Henry Ramirez back from injury. He's come all the way back. Henry. Second career goal for Henry Ramirez.
We mentioned Correa. So Correa tries to come back. Short-sided Willie B on that. Willie B is going to want that one back. Timeout, Wave. 2-0 early lead for the Comets. And Henry Ramirez, he's battled through injuries. He had flashes his rookie year, if you recall, then was hurt. He's come back and he's worked hard, and good for him that he gets a goal on the opening night here in Kansas City.
He was hoping to come back last year, but only got 3 games. Had some problems with it, but he's fully healthy now, and it shows out there. He's really running swiftly in the midfield. Congratulations to Henry Ramirez. 2-0 Comets, and a fast start here by Kansas City. Something that that was proven successful last year. Whenever they got off to a good start, it really helped them down the stretch.
When I was starting to talk about transition right before they scored that goal, there's something that Coach Stefan Stokic has said. He wants to bring back what worked for the Comets in the mid-2000s under head coach Vlatko Andonovski. Stokic played on that team. They got beat on the transition again and again and again last year, and he wanted to see the transition being a positive rather than a liability for this franchise.
You know, I've heard from several players that training camp this year was, well, in one word, not fun. It was a grind. It was hard work. I've even had players tell me that they've lost some weight during training camp leading up to this game here. Stefan Stokic has worked them very, very hard in preseason.
They're using apps to monitor players. It's like a new day in Kansas City, Nick.
It sure is. All right,
good step here by Ray Lee.
Marquez steps in, pokes it back to Neto.
We've agreed his name is Marquez, right?
Yeah, we're going with Marquez this year.
Yeah, I think we've landed on that.
Okay. Lee out wide to Lalo. Lalo is there. He's marked closely by Alvarez. And then forward to Grable. Grable tries to head it forward, but it's broken up by the Comets. Now Alvarez back towards the referee's crease and then all the way back to Willie B. Pressure from Marquez up to Mario Alvarez. He has some space, trots it across the half line. Kansas City leading 2-0. The Comets won the season series last year, 4-2. In fact, the Comets have won 6 of the last 10 meetings against the Milwaukee Wave.
And 8 of the last 12, but who's counting?
Exactly.
All time, though, Milwaukee still holds the lead in this series, and every game, it seems like here at Cable Dahmer Arena is a battle.
And we haven't even talked about the playoff games that these two teams have played over the years.
That's a fact.
Amazing playoff games. Milwaukee, there's IB 26, Ian Bennett, held goalless and did not have an assist in Friday night's game. Ball gets past Neto and then cleared away by Ray Lee. Good job by Ray. Neto was way out of position.
I think you'll see him dial it back this year. I had a good chat with him at the world-famous Kansas City Soccer Dome about his propensity to go outside of the box last year. I think with the additions that Kansas City's made on the defense, he's going to feel less likely that he has to. Here's going to be our first blue card of this season here at Cable Dahmer Arena.
And this is going to go against newcomer Michael Lennis. He is going to be sent off here. Let's look at this replay again. Yep, got him up against the boards.
It was up against it, but right in front of the Milwaukee bench, too, that made it really easy for Ryan Sigic just to step out, and Sigic was right there, took a couple steps, and there it is. And you know what this means, Nick Vassos?
Say it.
No. I was going to retire this, but a Milwaukee fan trolled me on Twitch last year and said, I don't understand this danger zone thing. And in honor of that fan, I'm bringing it back for 23-24 for the 9,876th time in Kansas City Comets history. We're going to hear this song, and they're going to get the Rat Patrol on defense, and it's going to be the first good test for Kansas City in terms of the new power play lineup that Coach Stefan Stokic has put in place.
I don't think they use CDs, but if they're still using that one CD, I got to think it's wafer thin.
I think it's a cassette tape. Did they even have CDs when this movie came out? Yeah, maybe. Actually, I think they did.
Milwaukee on the power play. Let's see how both teams do here. Comets were not so great last year on special teams. Milwaukee's got a lot of dangerous players out there, both IB 26 and Derek Huffman out there. Alvarez with the ball, played near side. Now down to the corner, flick back for Huffman. Huffman with his back to the goal, plays it on up to Carvalho. Carvalho with some space, tees one up, shoots it wide, and it comes off to Alvarez.
What a great pickup by Milwaukee. Carvalho, one of the star players in this league.
Navarro walks up on that one with a left-footed drive. That one blocked by Andreos. Now Oliveira. Carvalho, Huffman through the box, looking for Bennett. Now a shot, saved! Made by Neto! Palmer trying to go around the defender using the boards. It's held in by Milwaukee. Another shot, saved Neto with his feet. Back to Bennett. Oliveira. Now front and center, it's Alvarez. Back to Bennett, who shoots! And that one wide. To the corner, Carvalho, off of Palmer, Andreos goes down. No call, both teams play on. Alvarez over to Bennett, one touch to the corner and Huffman. Front and center for Alvarez, to the corner, hit it first time! Shot and a goal! Carvalho pulls one back, it is 2-1, a power play goal for the Milwaukee Wave.
Good ball movement. Derek Huffman in the corner looking for options. Let's kick it around near side. Tell you what, that Florida Tropics power play unit was amazing last year, and Carvalho, one of the cogs there. Again, a terrific pickup.
All right, there's a goal there by Milwaukee. Let's take a break, and we will come back for the final seconds here of the first quarter. It is Kansas City 2, Milwaukee 1.
Day one, Kansas City took me in. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know what we could become. Still, they took a chance, and so did Community America. They invested in me.
We're going to come back with the poll question.
Invest in what you believe in, with who you believe in. Because it's not just where you put your money,
the league, and then
where your money puts you.
Cool.
Member-owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
Great to oh boy, that's loud. It's new, isn't it? Great to be here at Cable as well. That's right. Cable Dahmer Arena, doing this for you. We are back. Awesome. We've got some free t-shirts for you between section 105 and section 106. So get up out of your seats, make some noise. Come on, Cable Dahmer Arena.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Start here coming up to Milwaukee. Javier Steinwasser, Zach Reggett, hands up in the air saying, huh?
And KC Unbelievable Things Epic Everything. That's why Community America has provided the exclusive venue and voters partner of the Comets. So they share our commitment to the KC fan base and help our community.
7:01 to play in the opening quarter. 2-1 Kansas City. Both teams are even strength. Here's Alex Bradley. Sir Alex on over to a teammate. Ramon Palmer dives into Correa, and Correa has to go all the way back to Willie B. Willie B's pass picked up by Sosa. Up to Reggett. Reggett couldn't handle the bouncing ball. Milwaukee with a touch on it, and then a foul is coming up. Foul is coming up. I saw one of the three officials
looked up at Drew Kemp. Drew Kemp looked up at Ryan Sigich. I was waiting for somebody to pull out a card, and they looked at each other, and even did.
Challenge flag is out.
I think that's a smart challenge. It's a little early in the game for the one challenge flag.
They're going to challenge that it was more than just a foul. Tony Walls is looking for the card.
And last defender, too, right?
Yes.
Nacho last defender. So what was interesting is three-ref system, two of the refs looked at each other, didn't see enough to call it, but give it credit to Coach Giuliano Oliviero for wanting to take another look at it.
Ryan Sigich, our crew chief, Brian Martin, one of the referees, and Kyle Armstrong is the assistant referee with Drew Klemp. He is our third referee, and Brendan Sweetman is the fourth official. Right now, Ryan Sigich and Brian Martin are looking it over.
Is that Brian Martin?
I mean, Brian. Yes,
yeah,
it is Brian Martin.
Brian Martin.
Oh, you almost got me. You almost got me. There's Nacho.
Got you. We were down on the field talking with Ryan Sigich and said now the odds are in our favor this year that we might get both Brian Martin and Brian Miller to call a game here at Cable Dahmer Arena.
That's my nightmare. Taking a good look at this one here.
I think that was a good challenge. It's a little early in the game. For those of you who haven't watched a lot of Major Arena Soccer League action the last couple of years, is coaches get one challenge per game in regulation.
Yeah. I tell you, as the last defender back, you make a good point, Eric.
Let's see what Mr. Sigich wants to do. We should have done a poll on this. Yep. Hey, fans on Twitch, what do you think?
Yeah.
2-minute penalty or no?
It's close. Oh, it is.
Good challenge. They want a shootout, so that's what Willie B's pointing to. Last defender. Hear what Mr. Sigich has to say. And Sigich is saying it's not a shootout?
Yeah, Giuliano, that's exactly what he's saying. Giuliano's arguing for a shootout. There's Leo Gibson. Leo hasn't seen any action so far tonight. Of course, coached the last 4 years. Now Stefan Stokic era is underway.
Got some Leo-related trivia. Oh, Rat Patrol time, right?
Yeah, Rat Patrol, so no shootout. A second power play for Milwaukee, 1-for-1 so far tonight. 2-1 Kansas City. 6.5 to play in the opening quarter. All the way back to Willie B.
There's already as many goals in this quarter as there were in the entire game the other night in St. Louis between the ambush and the Wave.
Bennett runs up on it, goes off the boards. Huffman tried to hit the rebound, and it's kicked away by the Comets. Palmer tried to clear it away. Now Palmer. Roberto got a piece of that one. It ends up at the feet of the Wave.
They're reunited, the Palmers.
They are.
I used to watch them play college soccer at Park University, and it's like amazing that they're back for yet another time as Comets teammates.
If you haven't heard the story, both Ramon Palmer and Robert Palmer grew up in the same town in Kingston, Jamaica. At the same high school together.
What a beautiful
Shot
goal by
and
Hoffman.
A goal! Neto might have been screened there. Does it go to Huffman or does it go
So
to
it's
Alvarez?
Hoffman. It was a little nifty flick off of Huffman. We're going to watch this on the replay. Good, again, good ball movement. Entry pass in. Look at that.
Oh,
just
wow.
dinked it past Neto. Absolute beauty of a goal. Great credit for yet another pickup. Breno Oliveira also played in Florida last year and counted as a goal. And let's go back to the challenge, Nick, that Giuliano Oliveira converted his only challenge into a goal. So smart move by the Milwaukee coach.
And now a giveaway in the midfield. Milwaukee's got it. Marquez is over there for the Comets. So is Alex Sanchez. Now Sir Alex Bradley gets in there. And a foul called against the Wave. Fans asking for a little bit more, but it'll be just a foul. Marquez goes off.
Just because it happens by the boards doesn't mean it's a 2 every time.
Zach Reggett is back in there at target. So Reggett and Marquez have been trading off in the target position. Again, we haven't seen Leo Gibson yet.
When he steps on the field, he will enshrine himself in Kansas City indoor soccer history, but let's wait until he does that first. But it's really interesting that the all-time leading scorer for the Comets has yet to get on the field yet.
Ray Lee with a drive. That one just above the crossbar. It comes off to Sosa on the right. Front and center to Sosa. To the corner to Reggett. Reggett bangs it off the boards. Comes right back to him. Alex Bradley's got a mark on him. Now Reggett gets it back just wide to the right. Amazing awareness by Reggett. Leaves it for Marquez, but Correa steps in front. He knocks it back to his keeper, Willie B. Here comes Milwaukee up the left side to Ian Bennett. Bennett by one player, couldn't get past Souza, and it rolls into Neto. Neto bumped from behind. Foul called on Tony Walls.
Milwaukee foul for Tony Walls, his first game.
That's Tony's first.
Looks like it's getting lively in the Twitch chat. Milwaukee fans coming alive after their team came back from 2 goals down.
Steinwasser kicks it forward to Walls. Now 50-50 ball. Grable pops one up into the air. That one kind of knuckles when it came down. 2 players hit the blue turf. Everybody plays on. And the Comets are going to come away with it.
Walls can't believe that.
Sosa with some good footwork to get it up to Ramon. Ramon near side for Rian. Marquez marked by Wiedebach. Marquez, little stop and go, leads it for Andreos, who tees one up. Now Ray Lee with a rebound shot. That one goes wide to the right. Steinwasser tries to clear it. Andreos there for the Comets.
Giveaway.
A little bit bad on the pass there, and Bennett comes out with it. 3 defenders getting back for Kansas City, and Ian Bennett will slow it down. Andreos commits the foul, and everybody will get back and reset.
Just looking at Robert Palmer against Ian Bennett and wondering how many times have they battled against each other over the years. Not just here, but in Berto's time in California as well. And Tacoma, by the way.
And for sure. Foul called on Lalo. He chopped Breno Oliveira down. There's Breno Oliveira, Eric pointed out, from Florida last year. He's in his 3rd year, played 2 years for the Trops. Near side for Bradley. Bradley aims one for the corner. Ray Lee heads it back towards the half line. One hop off the blue turf and out of bounds. It'll go to Milwaukee. 3:10 to play in this opening quarter, and we are tied at 2.
You mentioned Alex Bradley. We were so used to seeing him score goals here in Kansas City, and he's made the transition to defender really well, I think. Foul's going to be called on Andreas.
Andreas. Now it looks like we're going to have a warning.
It's a foul.
Yeah, yep.
Can't challenge that, though, if you're Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee, 1 or 2 there, but they've already used their challenge, and it wasn't coming.
Player shaken up in the corner. There's Christian.
That was Carvalho who went down.
Andreas recently married during the offseason. Congratulations to Christian and his new bride. Christian's been cleared to play for a full season, so he'll be available.
Went to his wedding reception. It was an awesome time.
Yeah.
Good time was had by all. A lot of Comets players there.
He has a beautiful family. Drive by Oliveira, blocked by the Comets, out of bounds. And then it goes off Milwaukee before it left the field of play, so it'll go back to Kansas City now. Tied at 2, under 3 to play in the first.
Can you believe we're still in the first?
No, I can't. This is
feels like the second quarter with as much action as we've had already.
Here's Oliveira, weaving his way through some Comets players, kicked up to Reggett. Zach Reggett has a goal in tonight's game. That give away by Nacho. Turned over. Here come the Wave back the other way. It's Escueta.
Nothing there.
Escueta tried to draw a foul. Ben Raymond into the game, 2 for the first time.
Good
up
step.
to Alvarez. Sanchez. Escueta.
I'm a big fan of Alex Sanchez. The Escueta. A lot of fans up there in Milwaukee love watching him, his pace, his energy too. A lot of really good talent that this team has put together.
Nacho, a good defensive play to deny the pass into the target. Escueta on his own side of the field, under 2 to play in the opening quarter. Goals by Reggett and Ramon Palmer. Ramirez. I'm sorry, Ramirez. And goals by Carvalho and Huffman for Milwaukee.
Both on power plays.
We've got a whistle in the box, and that's going to go against Milwaukee. There's one of our officials tonight, Brian Martin.
You got it right.
I got it right.
New number this year. He went from 21 to 12, but didn't explain why.
I understand it might have been the one that was given to him.
I guess he'll take it.
Ryan Sigich, the crew chief. There's Neto with a pass forward to Marquez. Rion. Now double team, flicks it back to Berto. Off the boards. Bennett kicks it out to the side. Taken back by the Comets. Front and center for Lalo. Near side.
That was Ramirez.
Oh, Ramirez, I'm sorry. Ramirez. And now a big pile up into the boards. Wiedebach and Rion Marquez get tangled up. Wiedebach's okay, but it made a loud, thunderous noise.
Couple times Milwaukee players have gone into the boards, and I'm sure their fans are wondering where's the justice here. And they're letting him play to a certain extent. 2 penalties so far, both against the Comets. One obviously on a video review challenge.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
1 minute remaining. And kicked out of bounds by Milwaukee.
Need the perfect gift for the MASL fan in your life? Visit MASLsoccer.com/shop to browse our team's online stores and put some indoor soccer under your tree this winter.
Good pass from Neto to Reggett. Banks it off the boards to Lee. Lee sends it back into the mixer. And it rebounds right into the arms of Willie B. Willie B with a pass out to Carvalho, tried to flick it ahead, but Comets take it back. Lalo lost control of it. He'll try to regain possession on the far touchline. He's got Alvarez there, shake and bake out of the way. Fires one off the board. Shot, goal!
Wallace-Scora.
Wow! Wallace-Scora! Lalo to Zach Reggett, and the Comets retake the lead. It's 3-2.
Well, if you're new to the game of indoor soccer, Wallace-Scora is a pass off the wall, followed by a score, and you saw that. Great individual effort by Lalo. Passed it to Reagan. That's 2 goals already for Zach Reagan, the gorilla. He's hungry.
Let him eat. Oh, there is Zach Reagan with a gift there to Diana Barker. One of the longest time season ticket holder in the history of this franchise, dating back to the original 80s.
On Twitch, Scotty Fellows, S Fellows 23 writes, Reagan belongs in Milwaukee, man. ... someday. I know he's got a big group in Kenosha watching us on Twitch, and his team is leading as we get out of the first quarter. Nick.
All right, that's going to do it for the first 15 minutes. A lot of excitement here. Kansas City leads it 3-2. Second quarter action is straight ahead next on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
I'm attorney Mike DiPasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Mistakes happen, whether you're facing a traffic violation or something more serious.
Welcome back to Cable Dahmer Arena. The Kansas City Comets lead after one, 3-2. Well, we've retired our trivia question we did in game last couple of years, and we're replacing it with a poll. And here's the question. Who will lead the Comets in scoring combined goals and assists this season? Your options are Leo Gibson, Rion Marquez, Zach Reagan, and John Sosa. As I told Nick Vassos, I have a little bit of heartache that I only could put 4 people here and couldn't include Lucas Sosa. But if you go to Instagram, KC Comets on Instagram, vote. We don't care if you're a Milwaukee fan. We don't care if you're a Comets fan. We don't care if you're a UCFC fan. Just take this opportunity and vote, and we'll check in later and see what fans think. But I'm thinking Zach Reagan's looking pretty good right now. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, that would definitely be a good choice. I would lean towards Reagan, but you make a good point with Lucas Sosa. You know, I mean, he could easily lead the team in scoring. Yeah, he's one of those dynamic players that can fill it up in a hurry.
Maybe he'll be motivated and say, Eric, because you didn't put me in the poll, I'll show you.
They're going to listen to it during practice. You're going to hear about it.
I'm sure I will. Catch MAS on Monday, every Monday night, exclusively on Twitch. Alex Bash Jovansky is joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. You and I both appeared last season on there, Nick?
Yep.
Separately, not together?
No.
Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to do so this year. It's always great to hear from our counterparts across the league. Speaking of counterparts, been hearing from Art Kramer, the great color commentator of the Milwaukee Wave, former Kansas City Comet, by the way.
Looking forward to Art and Tom Wynn.
Took you a second.
Yeah, I know.
Tom Wynn's been there forever. He's a legend.
He has been. I love those guys. Love the call of the game. There's some pressure from Kansas City. Milwaukee able to get it back to Willie B. He sends it high in the air to Huffman. Heads it on over to Oliveira. Oliveira still moving forward. Fires a shot. Gatto had a range to his right to make the save. Ball comes back to Bennett's feet. Bennett pinned up against the boards there by Rion Marquez. It squirts off to Alvarez of the Wave. And then far side, Esqueda to Huffman. Huffman bangs it off the boards. It comes out front and center. Now another shot. And a kick save and a beauty. Then flip back in. Shot by Bennett is saved by Berto.
That's twice he's rolled down. We haven't seen any log rolls yet, but he absolutely will do whatever he can on the ground for his team.
Henry Ramirez checking back in. There's Ramon Palmer. Palmer near side for Nacho. Comets with a 3-2 lead here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Comets opener tonight. Milwaukee winning in St. Louis on Friday night, 2-1 in overtime. Here's Ramirez. On back to Ray Lee. Lee forward for Reggett. Reggett's got some open space on the right. Shuttles it back into Lee. Lee thought about it. Now he moves to his right. To the corner to Ramon. Ramon back to Lee. Lee steps sides. There's a shot. Saved by Willie B. That one taken by Sosa of the Comets.
I tell you, Willie B, for me, difference maker for Milwaukee Wave. And it saves like this that he does time and time again. Franchise is very fortunate to have him in goal.
Willie B with a 15 games won last year for Milwaukee. That was a career high for him. And he was 14 of 15 in terms of shot save. Here's a drive, and that one wide to the left. Boy, had a good
lot of
chance
time
there
to set that one up.
Yeah.
Sanchez thought about it, and it went wide. Good opportunity here for the Wave to bring in their what would look like a power play unit here for this top of the arc restart.
Comets respond by putting 3 defenders in there. With
Look
Sosa,
at firepower out there.
Holloman. Yeah, you've got Huffman, Oliveira, Bennett, Alvarez behind the ball. There's Bennett. Hits it first time. That one goes off the Comet wall. Rebound comes all the way back to Alvarez, who'll send it back to Willie B. And Carvalho goes off, and Sir Alex comes back on.
Just got a shout out from Benji Monreal watching on Twitch.
Hey, Benji. Benji, one of the players not available right now for the Comets. He is cleared to play in Mexico, but not quite yet in the States.
Comets have a long road trip coming in January, including 3 games in 1 week in Mexico. Be a good test for this team because they've struggled on the road in the last few years.
And playing Monterey and Chihuahua is going to be one tough task. Here's Berto. Up to Marquez. Marquez trying to turn Bradley. Goes off the boards. Still loose. Shot. Goal! Nacho Flores! Comets back up to a 2-goal lead.
Give Rion Marquez all sorts of credit on this one. Entry pass, Berto. Good turn there by Marquez. Walla, Scora off the deflection. They all count. We'll see if they give Marquez the official assist on it. Papa's happy, celebrating for the baby. Counted Nacho.
That one for baby Nacho, right? Seventh year for Nacho. This is his 132nd game for the Comets. Park University product.
You said it, I didn't. Used to call his games at Park, he and Lucas Sosa.
Number 23, Nacho Flores. Goes as number 26, Rion Marquez.
They'll give Marquez the assist on that.
Good. So Reggett
Willie B
with 2
can't
goals.
pick this up.
Comets get the ball back. Reggett again with the ball. Over to Ramirez. Now to Berto.
Smart by Willie B. He knew he couldn't pick it up. He waited for a defender to get back there because if he did, it would have been a dangerous restart for the Comets.
Berto plays it back to Neto. That will allow John Sosa to come back on. Open net. And it's a goal for Carvalho. Give away by the Comets. And they make them pay. Second goal of the night for Carvalho, and it's 4-3.
I don't think you need to take your pulse, Carvalho. You are doing just fine. So back pass to Neto, a little casual with it. Took a step, thought he could get past Carvalho. Carvalho didn't even look, just took the shot, and it's in. Don't expect Neto to get beat with the ball on his feet. We've seen him get beat going out of the box, but not with him with control of the ball on his feet. And so good for Milwaukee that they keep battling back and taking advantage of the opportunities afforded to them.
Ben Raymond over to the far side. Now Sanchez, correction, Esqueda. Near side, it comes to Oliveira. Off the boards. Here's a shot. Saved by Neto. Rebound fought for by the Comets, and Sosa settles the ball.
Busy day in Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs playing this afternoon. They are leading in Las Vegas, and Sporting Kansas City playing shortly in Houston. And a good crowd here at Cable Dahmer Arena for the Comets season opener.
No doubt about it. On a Sunday. Here's Lucas Souza to Sosa, John Sosa. Now forward to Nacho. Nacho's got some open space down the right side. Fires one in there, nearly got through. Correa is there. He runs into a couple of red jerseys. Now Palmer trying to hold it for the Comets. He is called for. There's a foul on Milwaukee, so Comets are going to have it near the Wave yellow line.
Comet fan Cherry Pip checked in on X, formerly Twitter, saying excited watching the KC Comets season opener and hearing Nick Vassos and Eric Bergerud on the call.
Good to hear from you, Pipster. Into the box, Reggett with a touch there and sent all the way back to Neto. Comets leading 4-3. Comets got the last spot in the playoffs last year, lost in dramatic fashion in the play-in game up at Utica City. The Comets are going to get to see Utica and the King 3 times this year.
Christian Segura's game-winning goal was an all-timer. Dropped 3 or 4 Comets on the ground. Ball just took forever rolling over the line. Utica, a terrific season last year.
Yep.
And Everton, as coach, has done amazing things with that team. And we look forward to seeing them in person this season.
Milwaukee made it all the way to the conference finals, losing to Baltimore. Baltimore would eventually lose to the champion, Chihuahua Savage.
Chihuahua looked good Friday night.
Empire got out to a promising start, scored in the first 2 minutes of the game, and then after that,
a lot of Puentes, a lot of goals for Chihuahua. That's a terrific team.
It's going to be quite the battle. It's interesting, though. They've split the Mexican teams up, so Chihuahua remains in the west, but Monterrey comes over to the east. So we're going to see a lot of Monterrey this season.
Do you want to see a score update from Monterrey?
I love it.
From Arena Borregos, Monterrey Flash leading. See if the score sounds familiar. 8-1 over Empire.
Oh.
It's been a rough
Empire
weekend
scored the first
Empire.
goal of the game, didn't they? They did the same
just
thing.
Like the other day against Chihuahua. Yep.
Wow.
8 straight goals for Monterrey. Monterrey, some people are saying, is the odds-on favorite in the Eastern Conference. I think they're going to be there. I think Milwaukee's going to be up there, and we'll see about the Comets. Comets have brought in all sorts of pieces. I think they're going to be a competitive team, too. And Baltimore, we're just kind of waiting to see who they sign, who's going to be on the final roster. But it looks like maybe Manziel and Ferdinand are back. We'll see.
Seen Roque is no longer there.
He went to Empire.
Yep. Here's Berto. Berto inching it in, fires a shot. Willie B, easy save. And then a quick outlet. Neto off his line to head the ball towards midfield. And Comets wanting maybe a handball there?
They're wanting an illegal substitution there.
Oh, I see.
But see, this is the part of the game that Neto has that doesn't get a lot of credit, how he reads the game and comes off his line. Otherwise, it was another breakaway on goal for Milwaukee. When we get a break, I'm going to share what I heard from Coach Stefan Stokic in terms of what he's looking for in his starting goalkeeper.
Perfect. We'll have a chance here. There's a stoppage in play. And
it'll be a free kick, foul on Huffman. So quickly, his 2 biggest priorities, he wants somebody who can stop shots, and he wants somebody who's vocal. and everything else will take care of itself. You obviously need a goalkeeper in today's game who can play with the ball at his feet, but shot stopping is primary.
Here's Carvalho. Carvalho on the right. Coleman into the corner, off the boards. And it's into Neto. Neto throws it long, looking for Lalo. Gretchen Ramirez. It takes a hop off the blue turf and out of bounds. Turned back over to Milwaukee. Neto showing a little frustration there.
He saw the run from Ramirez, just didn't execute the pass.
Some high pressure now from the Comets on the Wave back line. Bradley gets it across the half line. Running with him is Rion Marquez. To the corner, shoots across the goal mouth. Here to the left wing corner. Sanchez is there, and we'll take it back out front. 6.5 to play in the first half. 4-3, Kansas City over Milwaukee. Bradley to the corner to Tony Walls. Walls gets the rebound himself.
He scored some goals against the Comets over the years.
Both when he was with St. Louis and Milwaukee. Huffman comes back into the game. Here's Bradley. Sanchez. Sanchez tries to split the defense. Sosa got a block there. Rebound comes back to Milwaukee. Bradley goes off. Raymond comes back in. Sanchez leaves it for Oliveira. Now Correa. Correa bangs one off the board to the corner to Huffman. Huffman looking for a runner. Shoots it into the box. Cleared away by Sosa of the Comets. Now Reggett out to Ramirez. Henry's on his horse down the left side. Cuts it back into the right. Leaves it for Reggett. Milwaukee a good job getting back defensively, so the Comets will reset their offense.
Both teams wanting to get into that transition game early. Will he be looking for attacking options every time he gets the ball? And the Comets, Stokic wants to play this game.
Into the target to Andreos. Puts a left foot on it just high. Now a fight for the rebound, and it comes down to the feet of Correa. Correa going to be nudged down to the ground by Sosa. John Sosa with a disgusted look on his face.
Simple foul. Simple foul.
John better be careful. He'll want to get rung up with anything. There's already been a bench warning to the Comets.
John Sosa, a favorite of Milwaukee fans? Say that tongue-in-cheek.
Huffman, not one of the favorites of Comets fans. Forward to Reggett. Reggett off the boards, across the goal mouth to the near side. Steinwasser's there along with Souza. And a foul is called against Milwaukee. Comets will get a good restart here with 4.5 to play in the first half.
It was a little late, and I can see why Steinwasser can't believe it. Good job, though, by Sosa to win this back. And maybe a little tug, maybe. Free kick, Comets.
Sosa will trigger it. Sosa over the top. Reggett on the volley! Shazam! Que golazo! Reggett!
Wow. So he calls John Sosa the maestro. John Sosa found him. Back post wide open. The gorilla one more time. First half hat trick. He's looking good, Nick. How you feeling, Kenosha?
Oh.
Zach Reggett wants to hear it. Fans are standing up. Well, what do you say, Nick? Let's take a break here. Comets leading 5-3.
We will be right back.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be. Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry, where perfection meets precision. Dr. Chase Alexander and his all-star team handcraft each and every smile right here in Kansas City. When you invest in your smile, you invest in your confidence. So what are you waiting for? Come transform your smile today at Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry.
We'll look at the blonde Zach Reggett. Gordy Gerson from UCFC is in the chat. He says, blonde hair, don't care. Reggett with a banger. And Gordy, it's always great to hear from you. Zach Reggett's enjoying himself.
Good to hear from Double G. 5-3 is our score. 4:19 to play in the first half.
Having a little disagreement in the Twitch chat from Comets and Wave fans about whether that was a soft foul or not. It is what it is. They called it, and I mean, ultimately you've got to defend, and Reggett was wide open there on the wing.
Already 8 goals in this game, and we have just under 4 to play in the first half.
I guess they figured since they don't play each other 6 times this year, they may as well just do them all in this game.
Lalo moves to his right, and Lalo uncorks one. Rebound comes off to Lennis.
A lot of young guys getting in,
yeah.
Nick. It's not just the same lines that we saw last year. A lot of rotation.
That transition, the speed.
And Leo Gibson is standing on the bench.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Haven't seen him step down here for a little while. Another free kick opportunity for the maestro, John Sosa. There is Leo Gibson.
Right next to Stefan Stokic.
Oh, too many guys on the field. Timeout, timeout. Call timeout. Oh, very smart. There were one too many guys on the field, and the Comets bench caught this. Call timeout, or else there would have been a 2-minute penalty called on the Comets. And you know what I say, Nick? It's always a good time for a timeout.
Especially there. To avoid the 2-minute penalty, Milwaukee's 2 for 2 on the power play tonight. So,
hey, while we're here,
a mistake there. Yeah.
While we're here, one of our features on Comets broadcast is on this date in Kansas City history. And we were on the field talking to Coach Giuliano Oliviero, and I said I teed up one for him on the broadcast. So back in 2010, when the current Comets had their inaugural season, they were the Missouri Comets then. They went to Milwaukee the first time. Multi-point scoring, they got throttled by the Wave 24-11 at the old Mecca Arena, which was then the U.S. Cellular Arena. None other than Giuliano Oliviero with 2 goals for the Wave that day. And this is courtesy of our friend the Professor, who brought his remote command center to Indianapolis to feed us these tidbits here today. Professor, I hope that you are enjoying the game in Indy, and we hope to see you back here soon. He also wanted people to know that this Comets franchise, 8-5 all time in home openers.
Thank you, Professor.
This is the 14th home opener for this version of the Comets.
Yep. Great to hear from the Professor again. We're getting the band back together again, you know? This is good. So...
Somebody who has my phone number, and I don't know who they are, just texted me and said, what a goal by Reggett. He looks locked in today. I agree with you. I'm not sure who you are, but I totally agree. Text me back and let me know who it is, because I don't have you in my phone.
Reggett's got the hat trick already here in the first half. Restart KC. Sosa over the top.
What a save.
Rion. What a save by Willie B. Incredible save by Willie B. Comets hold it in. Sosa. A little bit too strong and out of bounds. It'll be turned over to Milwaukee.
And you play Stokic's logic with what you're looking for. Willie B not only I can tell you he's a shot stopper, but history proves that he holds the Wave's record in the MASL for most shots saved by a goalkeeper in a single season. So 1 year in, he's already demonstrated the value that he brings to this franchise.
Pressure by the Comets, trying to turn Milwaukee over. Correa gets it back to Alvarez. Alvarez right up Main Street to Bradley. Bradley forward to Huffman. Huffman with Ray Lee right there. Back to Correa. Correa shoots from distance. One hop off the turf. Neto's got it. And a quick outlet to Ramon Palmer. Palmer plays it over to Ramirez. 2.5 to play in the first half. 5-3. Kansas City over Milwaukee. Out of bounds off the Comets. It'll go to Milwaukee with 2.5 to play.
And Sosa was stuck. He didn't have any options, so he just tried to float it out there. Bad bounce for him.
Grable rolls it forward to Huffman. Huffman had it poked away from behind. Now Sosa will retrieve the loose ball, funnel it to Neto, kicks it away, touched in by Correa, and it comes to Marquez. Rion, back to Ramirez. Henry had a first quarter goal for the Comets. Henry still battling, losing, and Huffman winning the ball for the Wave.
You know, if Huffman would have taken a dive there, he probably would have gotten it too. Kudos to him for standing up rather than embellishing there.
Oliveira. Back to Escueta. One and a half to play. 5-3 Comets over the Wave. Here's Huffman in the corner. Derek.
Phil Levanko is the one who texted me, and he has both my phone numbers. I have him in the wrong phone. Phil Levanko, it's great to hear from you. I was talking to Ryan Sigich on the field, and I said, hey, it's almost time to schedule your first show of the year. Why don't I do that right now? Disagree with the call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review. Catch it every Friday on Twitch. Ryan Sigich and Phil Levanko will bring their takes, and maybe there'll be some takes from this game, Phil. What do you think?
Oh, I think so. Oh, I definitely think so.
Bad giveaway here.
Oliveira with a shot off the board, still loose. Carvalho still going forward, and a foul called on Ricardo Carvalho. Face to face with Ryan Sigich, pleading his case, falling on deaf ears. That's Carvalho's first of the half. Neto, leave it down to Berto. Now over to Neto. Forward it comes up to Lalo. Lalo, Eric is heading down the stairs here. We're going to get a first half interview from Coach Stokic coming up. We'll check in with Eric here as soon as the first half is over. 50 seconds and counting. Berto steps in front of Carvalho, and the Comets win the ball back. Here's Michael Lennis. Lennis, one of the newcomers, turns it over to Steinwasser, who shoots, and that one wide. Rebound fought for Lennis with a touch. Now Marquez with a touch. Lennis gets it out to Souza. 27 seconds left. Souza shoots, and he scores! Lucas Souza with a right-footed smash. And the Comets lead 6-3. What a goal and a great pass out to Souza, who hit it with his right foot to the far post. And Willie B had no chance. 24 seconds left in the first half. Lucas Souza, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, is in his fourth year. Last year had a season-high 33 points. He scored 79 points in 54 games with the Comets. Another Park University product. Local university here feeding the Comet system. Lucas Souza, a very productive and precise player. Back to action here, the final 10 seconds here, and another giveaway by Milwaukee. Ray Lee trying to hit it forward, but it goes into Milwaukee's bench, and with 3.7 seconds left. Just a few clicks of the clock, and that's going to do it. A long ball and snared out of the air by Neto. Horn sounds, and we are at halftime. Lucas Souza with a dazzling right-footed, and then Zach Reggett with a volley and an unbelievable first half. Zach leaves the field having scored 3 goals in the first half. Neto getting help from his teammates. Eric Bergrud standing by on the blue turf here to catch up with head coach Stefan Stokic. Comets getting goals from Reggett, Nacho, Reggett again, and Souza. And let's go down to Eric Bergerud right now. He's got Coach Stefan Stokic.
The Signature at West Pryor, Lee Summit's newest apartment community, is now open and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living. From the fully equipped fitness center to the poolside cabanas and sun deck, The Signature is your home to live, work, and play like the pros.
Halftime between the Comets and Wave here at Cable Dahmer Arena. And our halftime chat is with an old friend of ours, Robert Palmer. Berto, welcome back to Kansas City.
It's good to be back, Nick.
What did you miss most while your time away on the West Coast?
The weather. Just more, familiar faces and, family. And just, being here in Kansas City is home away from home for me because I've spent my adult life here probably like 10 years. So, it's like home for me. And being in California was more like on a little vacation.
Well, you have family out in California, right, Berto?
Yeah. My wife, my daughter, and my stepkids are in California. I miss them a lot, so I want to say hello, Kathy. I love you, and hello to my beautiful daughter, Robbie. They left yesterday. They couldn't make the game, so I miss them a lot.
Yeah. How old's your son now?
14, TJ.
Is he as tall as you yet?
Not yet. Not yet. He's getting there, so he's getting big. I miss you too, TJ. It was, good to have family here and spend time, nothing like family. And that's what Kansas City is for me too.
Yeah. What's it been like training with the team these last 4 weeks, getting ready for the season opener?
My situation, I was here. I want to give a big thanks to, Jeff Broom and Empire Strikers to grant me to be back here with, family and friends. And just, practicing with the Comets been, awesome, and with Coach Stefan, putting us through preseason was, it was brutal, but, it's good. It's good to, get stuff down, and it's been good so far, the energy, the locker room, everything, not say it's the same when I left, but it's upgraded, to where, like, I miss this, just the environment. So, but preseason has been really good.
And the fans, they're going to welcome you back with open arms, too. You're going to have thousands of fans out here cheering you on today.
I think, the Comets fans, I would say, they're very loyal. And even when I was out west playing, I would still get a ton of messages from Comets fans. Once we're not playing the Comets, they will be rooting for me, and it was really fun. Just connecting with them, and now be able to play in front of them again. I'm excited, but a little bit of nervous, at the same time. But I'm looking forward to it.
Roberto, you're definitely a fan favorite. I know a lot of fans are so happy that you're back. We are too. Good luck for the season. Great having you back, and we'll be watching you along the way.
Thank you, and it's good to be back.
All right, that's Robert Palmer of the Kansas City Comets. More halftime coming up next.
Day one, Kansas City took me in. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know what we could become. Still, they took a chance, and so did Community America. They invested in me and the entire community. Invest in what you believe in with who you believe in. Because it's not just where you put your money, it's where your money puts you. Member-owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
Servicing your vehicle has never been so easy. We can pick up your vehicle from anywhere with Cable Dahmer Connect.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Schedule your Cable Dahmer Connect appointment online at cabledahmer.com.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Shoot! It's
What's going on, everyone? This is the MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. It is great to see you again as we launch what is sure to be another epic MASL campaign. Every week, I'll be bringing you all the latest from the league, and I've only got 5 minutes to do it, so let's go. That's where we left off last season, with the Chihuahua Savage picking up its first Ron Newman Cup title in just its second season. The Mexican side are back and ready to defend the crown this year, but instead of being the hunters, they'll be the hunted this time around.
Chihuahua coming back this year. They're the defending champs, but they lost 3 key players: Edgar Gonzalez in the midfield, Uriel Zort, and starting goalkeeper Bertrand Valdivinos. Now, can they win as many games as they did last year now that the target is firmly on their backs? We're going to have to find out.
The big story this offseason was player movement, some big names changing teams. One of the headliners is Frank Taillou, who went from Empire to Utica City, the league's reigning goal-scoring champ.
The 4-time MASL MVP arrives at Utica City, the defending goal scorer last year's MASL. Utica is loaded for a playoff run this year.
Kansas City's defense is going to be ridiculous. They acquired 2022 MASL Defender of the Year, Chad Vandegrift, who was previously playing with the Florida Tropics, and further solidifying their back line, they also got 2021 Defender of the Year Robert Palmer from the Empire Strikers. San Diego picked up one of the league's biggest rising stars, reigning newcomer of the year Gabriel Costa from Empire.
San Diego annoyed they didn't make the Ron Newman Cup finals from last year. They go out and they pick up the reigning newcomer of the year, Gabriel Costa. And if that wasn't enough, San Diego went out and picked up one of the best defenders in the MASL, Drew Ruggles. Sockers are loaded for another run at the Ron Newman Cup.
One big name that stayed put was Nick Pereira of Tacoma. Last season's most valuable player will not only be on the floor, but also the boardroom. He was named the Stars general manager. Nick, the ageless wonder, 37 and still dominant. Some coaching changes took place. One was former player and broadcaster Ed Puskarich, who's the new bench boss in Dallas. He's had the boys training hard in the preseason and likes what he sees from his team up to this point.
So it's going great. Guys are working their socks off. As you know, rough season last year. We're getting ready for the season. We're trying to turn things around a little bit, get off to a really good start, get organized, and try and entertain our fans.
Just a quick look at how the scoring race finished off last season. Nick Pereira leading the way, followed by Frank Taillou, Lucas Roque, Ian Bennett, and Hugo Puentes. And just to pump you up a bit more for this year, as if you needed it, here are some of the top plays from last season in the MASL.
Va a todas, ¿eh? ¡El Torre!
Intense game here between these two teams. Ian Bennett shot on goal! IP26, number 4! En la recuperación. ¡Cayugo! ¡No hay gol! ¡No hay gol! ¡No hay gol! ¡No!
He's over. Lawal comes back in. Sosa with a drive! It's a game winner! Comets win!
A little more. Luis Morales, first shot, and there is the goal in the game. Just a few seconds.
To Ramon Palmer to Leo! Oh!
What a save by Danny Waltman.
Save by Waltman.
Forest College in Dubuque. They work it off the inboard. Shot saved, Nascimento!
And that was the save of the game for Paulo right there.
Lifting one out.
Long shot! Oh my goodness! Que golazo!
He's been consistent. Bickmore maintains. Bickmore with a shot!
Oh! Bickmore! Down to Popper. He'll shoot! He'll score! He scores! Carlos Popper Hernandez!
Métele el zapatazo. Así, pégale. ¡Gol! ¡No! ¿Qué pasó, señores?
Mijatovic on the set piece. Gerson dangles through the middle. Still has it. That's Segura. Gerson scores! Utica City is on its way!
And that is going to wrap up our first show of the season, but we're going to be here every single week, the MASL in 5, bringing you all the best from the league. Just a reminder, all throughout the season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL. Be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park, hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry, where perfection meets precision. Dr. Chase Alexander and his all-star team handcraft each and every smile right here in Kansas City. When you invest in your smile, you invest in your confidence. So what are you waiting for? Come transform your smile today at Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry.
We're going to have a little bit of fun. You can see your screen up there. Thanks to our friends at
We're back. Hey, how about that, Nick? Getting ready for a second half action. The Comets leading 6-3 here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Stefan Stokic liked what he saw in the first half. Apologize for people who didn't hear the interview on Twitch. I dropped in the Twitch chat the highlights of it, so scroll back up and you can see what he said.
Awesome. All right, Comets with the ball. Moving right to left this quarter, leading 6-3. Sosa runs up on it, down to Nacho. Nacho rolls it in. Willie B bends at the waist and grabs it for the Wave. Esqueta with the ball on the Comets' yellow line. Well, they get the ball back. Here's Marquez now, moving to his right. Rion goes off the boards to Nacho. Nacho couldn't do anything with that one. Ends up back at the feet of Ian Bennett. Ian Bennett out to Correa. Correa looking to pass it to Huffman, instead moves to his right. Goes off the boards into the box. Huffman looking for a foul, and one is given to the Comets. That foul occurred in the box. Yeah,
top of the arc restart. Everybody's playing Wallace Scora tonight. Both teams are looking for that wall pass.
Big time.
Big shout out to Brian Como, Wallace Scora, who popularized that term. Follow Wallace Scora on all your social platforms.
Alvarez to Carvalho. His drive blocked by DeBray Holloman. Neto will clear it away.
What a chest pass from Reggett.
To Holloman. On back to Reggett. Reggett looking ahead. Plays it to Andreos, who shoots. That one blocked by Carvalho. Andreos gets it back. Still moving forward. He shoots. That one's saved by Willie B. That one comes back to DeBray Holloman. Milwaukee also trying to clear it out. Huffman with a touch. And it ends up all the way back to Neto. Neto settles it quickly. and then sends it skyward. And a big bounce and out of bounds. It'll be given to the Wave.
Good first touch by Neto on the back pass from Berto, but he got lucky. It didn't go over into the stands there. Hit the top, and so no restart at the yellow line.
Into the corner looking for Huffman. Huffman got pushed out of the way and is now talking with the official, Brian Martin. Huffman goes back into the box there, playing the target position. Again, Milwaukee without one of their big targets in Andre Hayne. He is out with an injury, calf strain. Marquez with 2 yellow jerseys on the back of him. Milwaukee wrestles the ball free and a foul called on Rian.
I think Berto is going to get a little benefit of the doubt. Definitely a foul here on Marquez holding off Sanchez. Free kick for the Wave.
Breno Oliveira, behind the ball on the far touchline, left wing corner. Thought about driving it off the boards, instead sends it off the wall, bounces, and touched there by Ramirez. Couldn't settle it. Back to Sanchez, over to Breno Oliveira, tees one up, shot, save by Neto. We got just enough of that one.
Huge save, because good counter opportunity, and Neto came down one-handed. Look at this from behind the goal. Good positioning, got enough on it to put the ball on the ground over, and he bailed out his teammates there because the Comets were about to get beat on the counter.
Restart from the right wing corner. Carvalho's there. Carvalho to Bennett. His drive wide to the left. Rebound off to Huffman. Huffman front and center to Alvarez, chased by Andreos. Alvarez leaves it for Carvalho. Now Alvarez, again hassled by Andreos. And he forces the bad pass. Ray Lee gets a touch on it. Alvarez gets it back for the Wave. Moves past one player, sends a shot in there. And did Neto get a piece of that? He did. What a save by Neto. Shot stopper. Here's a block by Reagan. That one up into the air, headed back in towards Neto. He had to release the ball at the high point. Now he's up and throwing for Leo. Leo down the right side. Gibson into the game for the first time. Centers it back out front. Here's Michael Lennis. Lennis goes away from the goal, back to Berto.
I'll show that Leo Gibson history here when we get a little bit of a break. Why don't I do it now? He has now become the 5th man in Kansas City indoor soccer history to ever play a regular season match at age 40 or more. I'll give you those other 4 names here in a second. Byron Alvarez, Jurgen Christensen, scoring Goran Hunyak, and St. Louis Ambush assistant coach Jamie Swanner, who played with the Kansas City Attack.
How about that? Some good trivia. I like that.
Thank you to the professor for teeing that one up for me. So congratulations to Leo. He's had an amazing run here for the Comets.
Gibson back into the game. Gibson still going forward, driven up against the boards. And a foul goes against Wiedebach.
That may have hurt Drew Klemp there in the corner more than it hurt Leo Gibson. Gibson looks to turn, goes goal side right into the third referee.
Sosa back into the game. He'll trigger the restart for the Comets, leading by 3. Sosa over the top of the defense. Reagan, another volley. Does it again. That one blocked 2 times by the Wave defense.
Ben Raymond taking one for the team there. That one had to hurt.
Sosa. Over to Sosa. John forward to Reggett. Reggett already the hat trick in the first half. Leaves it for Nacho. Nacho one touch. Rolled in looking for Zach. Broken up by the Wave. And here come the Wave. Comets get 3 players back. And the Wave will slow their attack down. In fact, the Comets able to break it up.
Comets lucked out too because they were about to get countered on the near side and nobody saw Quetta making the run. He would have had a clear path in on goal. Fortunate for the Comets there.
11 minutes to play in the third. Comets, a 3-goal lead, down to Leo. Gibson turns and faces, trying to go around a player, but a foul called on the legend in the right wing corner. Milwaukee ball, trailing by 3.
That's foul number 14, Leo Gibson, his first man.
Asqueta wrestles it away from Ramon Palmer, leaves it for Willie B. He played it long, and that went off the back of Tony Walls. And then Tony Walls driven to the ground by Ray Lee of the Comets, and a foul called on KC.
Third quarter's been a challenge for the Comets in recent years. See if Milwaukee makes a run here. They've looked like they have been a more dangerous team so far in this third quarter.
10.5 to play. Sanchez in the corner with Ray Lee. Now Tony Walls, front and center for Alvarez, who shoots. Another save. Full extension, Neto. And Arreos came out with it for a moment. Milwaukee plays it back to Willie B. More pressure from the Comets. Played right up Main Street. Comets get it back. Palmer looking for someone to pass to. Back to Rion Marquez. Marquez chases it to the side of the field, off the boards to Bradley, and Milwaukee will work it out of their last third. No, but the Comets get it back. Pressuring once again to win the ball. Played back for Sosa. Off the boards, looking for Marquez. Can Marquez get there? No! Willie B, shake it up.
Comets can't believe it, but Willie B was down. The referees absolutely had the discretion to stop the clock.
Willie B holding the left side of his back, maybe just above the left hip. He bent awkwardly when he and who was it again? It was Rion.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
right there. He was down. So we'll watch it from behind the goal. Good first touch by Marquez. A little bit in front of him. Put a foot in, and Willie B was down right away.
Planted on that, both knees on the ground hard. Willie B back up. And
remember, he got hurt on Friday night in St. Louis, had to be subbed off.
Yeah.
For Augie Ray. Ryan Sigish having a conversation with the Comets bench. Kenny Mayer never shy to have conversations with referees. We are back underway.
And there's Augie Ray, who ended up getting the win in St. Louis. Not Willie B.
Won it in overtime, yeah?
Yeah. Augie Ray won. He got that win for his 7 minutes that he played in St. Louis.
They all count. Well, we haven't seen a lot of Stuart Grable tonight, and he's back in. Saw him early in the first quarter.
Breno Oliveira in the corner for Huffman. Huffman steps in front of the defender. Try to get it to IB26. Nacho steps in there, gets it to Neto, who clears it out to the half line.
No foul, but it was a good turn regardless.
Yeah, Lennis was looking for a foul there, didn't get it. Alvarez into the corner for Huffman. Huffman settles it on the blue turf. Here comes some help. Up to Alvarez, away from the goal. Alvarez double teamed on the far boards. The ball frozen and then now kicked away. It's loose and popped up into the air out of bounds. It'll go to Kansas City.
Robert Palmer appears to have drawn the assignment of man-marking Derek Huffman. We had an opportunity to join Nick Pereira this offseason on Nick Pereira's Tacoma Stars podcast, and we talked about targets in the league, and I had mentioned Derek Huffman as one, as I thought was one of the best targets in the league. He holds up the ball really well. He passes it really well. And why wouldn't you put a former Defender of the Year like Robert Palmer on his shift when you can?
And for those of you that might be wondering where Chad Vandegrift is, if you're just joining us, Vandegrift is serving a 1-game suspension for point accumulation from a season ago. So he's missing this game, but we'll be back a week from today when the Comets host the St. Louis Ambush here at Cable Dahmer Arena. He'll make his debut with the Comets.
Formerly, Chad Vandegrift, having played in St. Louis for the Ambush from the St. Louis area, imagine he'll have family and friends watching that game right here from Cable Dahmer Arena next Sunday.
6-3 is our score. 8 minutes to play in the third. No goals scored so far in this third quarter.
So this is what I expected to see at some point, Nick. Both Leo Gibson and Zach Reggett on the field at the same time. Oh, we're going to get a two from behind. There you go. Third referee called it, Nick. The first referee, the second referee didn't pull out the card, and Ryan Sigich was behind the play, and he called it. So I know Phil LaVonka is watching. Maybe you could tee this one up or under review. Brian Miller was right there. He called regular foul.
Brian Miller?
Did I say it?
You did
I
say
did
it.
say Brian Miller.
You had
okay, I'll put $1
Martin
in
that time.
I'll
It's
get $1 in
contagious.
the
You better
gift
watch
jar.
it, all right?
Yeah. Brian Martin. Usually you're the one who does it. I have jinxed myself. No, he was right there. He didn't see a foul. It was Ryan Sigich trailing from a diagonal angle called it. So fans in Twitch, you can decide whether you think that was the right call or not.
Comets go on the power play for the first time tonight. Here is Nacho. Front and center for Sosa. Now Marquez, Sosa out wide to Ray Lee. Ray Lee sidesteps one player, thought about it, passes it to Sosa, trying to get it into Reagan. It goes off the boards, and it comes right back to Ray Lee. Comets maintain possession. Sosa to Lee. Sosa back to Lee, working the right side here, trying to get it to Reagan. Nacho calling for it. Nacho with a header!
What a goal.
Comets goal! Sosa, another dime, and Nacho, his second on the night. Comets lead 7-3.
I'm feeling like I should have put Nacho in that poll for who might lead the team in scoring. Second goal of the night. What a pass. Diagonal pass from Sosa. Saw Nacho. Back post. Beautiful header. That's how you draw up the power play at the world famous Kansas City Soccer Dome, Nick Vassos.
Let's take a break. 7:08 to play in the third. Comets get the scoring going in the third. They lead it by 4 here on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
Day one, Kansas City took me in. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know what we could become. Still, they took a chance, and so did Community America. They invested in me and the entire community. Invest in what you believe in with who you believe in. Because it's not just where you put your money, it's where your money puts you. Member owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
Servicing your vehicle has never been so easy. We can pick up your vehicle from anywhere with Cable Dahmer Connect.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Schedule your Cable Dahmer Connect appointment online at cabledahmer.com.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Nick Vassos.
Alrighty, Eric Bergerud, Nick Vassos in our Cable Dahmer Arena crew here live. The third quarter, under 7 to play. Comets lead by 4. Andreos off the boards looking for Palmer. Alex Bradley stepped in, left it for Bennett, and then knocked out of bounds. That's going to go to Kansas City.
We haven't called Ian Bennett's name a lot tonight.
No.
Sort of interesting that he was shut down in St. Louis, and his shots have been wide tonight. Not what we're used to seeing here at Cable Dahmer Arena for sure.
Milwaukee's going to, after this game, Milwaukee will have a 2-week rest. So they'll be able to get some of their players back for their next game in the month of December. Andre Hain, Marcio Leite, both not here tonight. Here's Willie B. Willie B. Right up Main Street for Alex Bradley. A bad touch there, turns it over to the Comets. Sosa, near side for Ray Lee. Lee backs up. Now it's over to Michael Lennis. Lennis, it deflects it towards Willie B. And Willie B got it on the second take, about out to the half line. And Ray Lee again is there. Comets back on offense.
Lennis looking good in his indoor debut. Product of the Sporting Kansas City system, played for SKC2. Comets have had success in recent years getting players from SKC2. But I think he's going to be different because he's going to stay here and not try to bounce between indoor and outdoor.
Here's Huffman. Sends it to the corner to Escueta. Escueta fell awkwardly on the turf. A whistle, and Escueta is shaken up. Maybe a left ankle. Strander calling for the trainers. Take a look at it again here, Eric.
Oh, see what? He got his foot right into the bottom of the boards. Watch this from this angle, Nick. His foot jammed right in at the bottom of the boards.
Yeah, rolled over the top of the ball and then down into the boards. Milwaukee trainers coming out to help.
That looked like it hurt.
Well, they tend to Escueta. We can remind you that the Comets' next home game is coming up on Sunday, December the 3rd against the St. Louis Ambush. That'll be a 4:05 start here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Milwaukee's next home game will be in a couple of weeks on Saturday, December 9th, when they will welcome in the Monterey Flash for a 6:05 start at UW Panther Arena.
I can also give you a final for Monterey. The newly christened Eastern Conference Monterey Flash won 9-2.
9-2 final score. So Monterey off to a good start.
Bunch of changes in that lineup, and they brought Sargento back in goal from Chihuahua, and a lot of terrific players on that team. Hat trick for Jorge Luis Cortez. So he and Zach Reckett may be battling for Offensive Player of the Week. See how that goes. Valdivino, 9 saves, and Christian Hernandez, who we saw last year, terrific young goalkeeper, 6 saves. He came into Kansas City last year.
I remember
and
that.
Stoned the Comets. So they have 2 quality goalkeepers there, and they're going to be a team to watch out for this year. Underperformed last year, but they're going to be good.
That was a stunning performance by Hernandez, really was.
For sure.
Comets wrestle the ball free. Nacho is in the area, but Milwaukee gets it out of the corner. Ricardo Carvalho has it right on the referee's crease. On over to Stuart Grable. Then to Wiedebach. 4.5 to play in the third. Comets with 1 goal here in the third by Nacho. John Sosa picking up his 3rd assist tonight.
Tell you who's been terrific is Berto on defense, and all the difference in the world bringing him back to Kansas City.
Now a steal. This by Ramon Palmer.
Good turn.
Palmer now running to Andreos. Backs up, shoots, save Willie B. Now Regged off the pass from Andreos. His shot was blocked. Berto nearly went down. Picked up there by Sanchez. Sanchez still going forward. Nacho picks up a mark on Sanchez. Sanchez fires wide to the left. It comes off to Milwaukee. Steinwasser with a touch. Back to the half line. Alex Bradley is there.
So Milwaukee played Friday night. This could cut both ways. They got the first game out of their system, but they also have more tired legs. And we were talking to Chad Vandergriff before the game, and he said watch the 3rd and the 4th quarter just to see how Milwaukee's legs hold out. And right now they're down 7-3.
Huffman into the box. Still loose. Reggett able to pick it up.
Good job by
away
Neto.
A couple of defenders and draws the foul.
Neto, that won't count as a save. but he was able to parry it out of the box, get it out of danger. A terrific game for the Comets goalkeeper. He wants that giveaway back, I'm sure, but I'm sure he'd rather be ahead 7-3 than trailing 7-3 right now. Speaking of giveaways.
Souza stepped on the ball, nearly gave it away, but his mates save him. Back to Neto. He kicks it away from the goal to the center circle. Carvalho is there. Carvalho lost it. Now Ray Lee able to avoid Carvalho. Ray Lee still going forward. Bumped from behind. Trying to get it on over to Lennis. But first a foul is called. And that's his Carvalho's second foul of the half. 2:50 to play in the third. Rion Marquez. And Zach Reggett out there at the same time. Here's Ray Lee. Lee moving to his right, off the glass. Now Marquez back to Reggett. Reggett goes down, gets back up. Alvarez picks up the loose ball. Across his own yellow line, using the boards to get around Lennis. What a play there by Mario Alvarez. Forward, he goes to Wiedebach. Wiedebach cuts it back to the right, leaves it on to Breno Oliveira. Over to Wiedebach, now back to Breno. Oliveira runs into Marquez, gets it back. Rion on after Sosa. Sosa back to Marquez, who shoots and a save made by Willie B. Sosa all the way back to Neto. Under 2 to play in the third. Long ball by Milwaukee into the right wing corner for Bennett. Neto couldn't hang on to it. Now he does. Bennett was bouncing in the area.
When I talked to head coach Stefan Stokic, interviewed him on Comet social media a few weeks ago, he said he was going to use his forwards differently this year. I think we've already seen it this game with Reggett and Marquez out at the same time, and Reggett and Gibson, and we see Reggett and Gibson out right now. And so who's the target, who's not the target? I guess we'll see. You can call it any way you want, Nick. Push foul on Alvarez. But I'd mentioned to him that his targets were getting manhandled last year, and I think he decided he wanted to do things a little differently here to create space, at least for one of his forwards, and we're seeing it pay off tonight.
Now Marquez and Reggett out there together. Typically they would play the target position, and one would be on the field at one time, but now both out there, and it's creating some space out there.
Yeah, and it's a wrinkle, right? So
you
what
got to
do?
account for both.
If you play your top defender against the target, who's the target?
Right. And the Comets, likewise can react to that. Under a minute to play, and Andreos and Bradley go chasing back towards Willie B. Willie B bounces it off the boards to Bradley. Steinwasser sends it forward, but right to Berto. Berto lets it roll through to Neto. Neto up to the center circle, touched by Grable, and now Michael Lennis, one of the rookies, new players for the Comets, promising young player. Forward to Gibson. Gibson gets by Bradley. Leo off the boards, through, shot! No, still loose, shot, goal!
Just like they drew it up, Nick. Just like they drew it up.
Ray Lee gives the Comets a 5-goal lead. But that was all Leo, Eric.
So Leo, but there was this thing they called Berto the shooter in Empire. Well, he missed the shot, but he'll get the assist on this. Off the glass, he wound up getting his own rebound, passed it back to Ray Lee. Counted. Comets lead 8-3.
Lee tallies his first of the season. Berto, he gets his first assist, 8-3. That was a team goal there with Leo leading it, and Berto with a nice soft touch back to Ray Lee so he could finish it and give the Comets a 5-goal lead. Final seconds ticking off here in the third. Quickly down to Huffman. Huffman tripped up from behind and a foul called on KC. Berto called for the foul.
It's probably way too early to start thinking about Coach of the Year candidates, but so far so good for Stefan Stokic as the head coach here in Kansas City.
Restart coming up here to Milwaukee. Huffman will trigger it. Huffman goes off the boards. Berto clears it out. Over to Bennett. Ian Bennett over to Ricardo Carvalho. Now into the box to Huffman. Huffman's touch off the glass. Horn sounds, and that's it. That is it for the third quarter. 2 goals scored by Kansas City. One by Nacho, one by Ray Lee. That gentleman right there, the pride of Kansas City and Oak Park High School.
Park Hill High School.
Park Hill High School. I've done it again. Thank you very much, Eric. Let's take a break.
Whether it's your first home or you're buying back your childhood home, Community America is there with everything you need to get the home you want. Member owned, open to all, Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug. That's when you're having a lot on your plate. It's a good thing. And Flash Baby Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place. And we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotel. Travel happy.
The Signature at West Pryor, Lee Summit's newest apartment community, is now open and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living. From the fully equipped fitness center to the poolside cabanas and sun deck, The Signature is your home to live, work, and play like the pros.
That's a good one. That's one of our winners there.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X, formerly Twitter. Speaking of social media, I noticed in the Twitch chat, user Dan1234556 wanted to know, is Capelli the official uniform provider for the MASL? The answer is no. Multiple teams have Capelli uniforms, including Kansas City and Milwaukee and Utica, but each team has the ability to decide which uniform sponsor or partner they want to have. So there you go.
Shout out to our crew tonight here. Paul Stokes producing tonight's game along with Tristan Borelli. He is our director. Noah Lampson's on replay. And capturing all of the action are our 4 photographers: Dylan Pluth, Wyatt Craven, Drew Snyder, and our buddy Wags, Steve Wagner. Thanks to our terrific crew here at Cable Dahmer Arena, giving you the sights and sounds of opening night for the Comets here in Kansas City. Technically Independence, but in the Kansas City area. Fourth quarter about ready to be teed up here. Comets lead 8-3.
Lots of like from the Comets. Having my thoughts, if it ends with this score line, who I might interview post game, somebody with a hat trick as the leading candidate right now.
Milwaukee moving it right to left into the corner. Tony Walls. Walls being pushed by Sosa of the Comets. Back to Alvarez. Mario moves to his right. Marked closely by Andorreos. Switching sides on the change of attack here. And a foul called against the Comets. Cesar Correa draws the foul.
Good player. They picked up 3 quality players in the offseason, and I think that Wave fans who might be a little distraught losing like this to the Comets, at least right now losing like this, this is one game.
Bennett drives one in there. He's been held goalless so far tonight.
We've also seen the scoreline in reverse, the famous how do you eat an elephant game, Nick. Remember that?
Yes,
Comets were losing 8-3 to Milwaukee and came back and won. You just have to score that first goal. Take one bite out of the elephant and not try to score 5 goals all at once.
What a game that was. Reggett Up front, in front of the Comets bench. Tried to hold on. Milwaukee's got it. It is Mario Alvarez. Bennett goes off. Ricardo Carvalho comes on. Up the near touchline to Huffman. Huffman gathers it in the corner, marked by John Sosa. Away from the goal to Alvarez, who darts inside the yellow line. Fires one, blocked by Sosa of the Comets, and then kicked long. Bradley with a little instruction there to Willie B. Now they get it up the right side. Nacho blocked the pass. He'll go off, and Ray Lee comes back on. Into the right wing corner. Ray Lee is there. Bangs it off the glass. It comes out to Marquez. Marquez trying to get it to Ramon Palmer. And touched out of bounds off Milwaukee. It'll go to Kansas City. Just underway here in the fourth. Comets with a 5-goal lead. Zach Reggett has the hat trick. John Sosa has 3 assists. Nicolau Neto has performed well in goal for the Comets. Up to Ramon Palmer. He's wearing the captain's band for the Comets this year. Back to Robert Palmer, no relation. Now Sosa. Lucas forward to Leo. Legend tried to play it back to Ray Lee, but it goes right to Huffman. Bradley. On over to Willie B. He'll try the left side. And Reggett, what a play by Reggett. Sliding down. Reggett still going. Reggett shoots. Willie B makes the save. How about that exchange there by Reggett? Impressive stuff. Both sides of the ball. Steinwasser back the other way. Here's a drive by Sanchez, and that one kicked up and out of bounds off Neto.
He was trying to short post Neto. Neto got a leg out. We saw Willie B get scored short posted the other way. Terrific goalkeeping, actually by both keepers today, but Neto in particular has come up big time and time again for the Comets.
Restart from the right wing corner. Comets have 2 men in the wall. Carvalho will trigger it. Ricardo away from the goal. Here's a drive. Berto blocks that one off the line. And the Comets able to get it back to the half line. DeBray Holloman takes a tumble, challenging for the ball. And Arreos goes down. Willie B does too. Milwaukee out with the ball and coming back the other way.
Bodies flying everywhere, Nick.
Ricardo pivots, and now DeBray Holloman still going forward, trying to cut it on over to Andreos. Not enough on that one. Willie B's got it. And changes galore for both teams.
Smart play by Carvalho, heading it back to his goalkeeper so his goalkeeper could pick it up. Just the little things that Ricardo Carvalho does really well, but also the big things. He can score goals in bunches.
Lucas Souza going in for the steal, and a foul called against Mario Alvarez. And Lucas is trying to get back up. Comets trying to get a quick restart here. Sosa comes back into the game. John has the ball now. Back to Nacho. Nacho had a goal in the third. Actually, he's had 2 goals. A really pretty one in the third off a header. Sosa and Lennis. Now back to Neto.
Giveaway.
Neto's pass short. Bennett's got it, who turns and fires. And Ian Bennett sends that one high.
Boy, he is frustrated too, because it seems like in games past, every single time from the corner, those would go in. He's been sending them high and wide. It's like he's pushing himself out there a little bit too much. But the goals will come, just not tonight, apparently.
Neto trying to thread the needle and get one right up Main Street. Nice play there by Correa. And then Raymond lost it to Sosa. John Sosa up to Ray Lee, who's chopped down from behind, and a foul called against Milwaukee.
Catch MASL Monday, every Monday night, exclusively on Twitch. Alex Bash-Javansky is joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. That will be tomorrow, Nick Vassos.
I was watching the first episode this past weekend. Alex does a great job covering the league. Talked about all the changes. It was a big offseason in the league with a lot of player movement.
More than we've seen the last few years.
Yeah.
And in preseason camps too. It
Yeah.
wasn't just in June and July. It was in October and November.
Yeah. Here's Palmer with some space off the end boards. Comets tried to scramble to get a second opportunity there, but could not get it. Palmer will go off. And Lalo comes back in. Down to the corner to Huffman. Huffman away from the goal to Bradley.
Good turn.
Good turn by Bradley. Out wide to the right. Here's a shot. What a save by Neto, pushing that one high.
So both Nicolau Neto and Derek Huffman get a lot of shtick from fans, from other players, but both of them have had terrific performances here tonight. Huffman, what a great cheeky goal in the first half, and Neto, save after save after save. And look at Berto on the ground one more time.
Going in on the log roll there on the drive by Carvalho. Neto coming up with the ball, wearing the highlighter orange jersey tonight. His pass deflects into the corner, far post, shot,
what a save!
Willie B! Whoa, the Comets, a great chance there. Reggett put it right on the feet of Leo, and Willie B came over to slam the door.
You know what I haven't said tonight, Nick? It just dawned on me.
What's that?
Goalkeeping.
You haven't.
There it is.
Sosa plays it long for Lennis. Mikey Lennis settles it back to Lucas Souza. Souza, front and center, thought about it, still thinking about it. Now plays it to Nacho. On over to Lennis, back to Nacho.
Good block.
He drives one in there, and that one blocked out of bounds. That was Breno Oliveira. Good job there and a good block. Comets will get a restart on the near touchline.
Nacho feeling it tonight.
Runs over it.
Huh?
Sosa goes over the top. Another volley. Oh, and almost flicked in by Brian Marquez. Sosa runs off. Berto comes back on. Ramon Palmer now deep into territory. Reggett's there. Reggett's shot still loose. Willie B's got it now.
I'm thinking he's going to show up on Saves of the Week.
I think so.
He's had quite a few just tonight.
Still 8-3 with 8.5 to play in the game. Willie B trying to get it out of the last third. Comets still with high pressure. Berto drives one in there, trying to get the rebound. Both teams play on.
Everybody wants to score, Nick.
Mario Alvarez forward to Tony Walls. Walls slows it down. Back to Grable. And Grable will try the right side. He's got Correa. Now front and center for Alvarez. Swing it near side, Grable. Down to the corner to Tony Walls. Marked by Lucas Souza. Escueta. Now front and center, Grable. Into the corner, Souza, and Walls go down, and a whistle and a foul.
Should be top of the arc, right?
And that's going to be on Lucas Souza. He goes off.
Now,
defensive players come in.
This would be a great time for a timeout.
7.5 to play.
Don't think they're going to do it, but
Alvarez. Oh,
guess what they did?
Hey,
you know what? This would even be better than a time for a timeout is to go 6 attacker after the timeout.
That's right. Hey, let's take a break. 7:36 to play in the game. Kansas City leading 8-3. Thanks for watching the Comets on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry, where perfection meets precision. Dr. Chase Alexander and his all-star team handcraft each and every smile right here in Kansas City. When you invest in your smile, you invest in your confidence. So what are you waiting for? Come transform your smile today at Westwood Aesthetic Dentistry.
All right, here we go. Restart coming up to Milwaukee. Comets lead by 5. 7.5 to play in the game. To Huffman. Blocked by Berto on the log roll.
How many of those have we seen tonight, Nick?
That might be the third one we've seen from Berto. Berto back playing his first game with the Comets in, 3 years?
Yeah, you know, the last game he played on the home team here at Cable Dahmer Arena, you know what the answer is?
That was the All-Star game.
That was the All-Star game. That's correct.
Good play there by Berto once again to stop that attack from Milwaukee. Now, a battle for the ball, and Gibson comes up with it. Able to get it to Lennis. Lennis moving down the left side. Shot saved by Willie B.
Lennis doesn't look like a rookie out there, Nick.
Does not. Souza. Into Lennis. Broken up, and Escueta comes back the other way. Here come the Wave attacking, right to left. Into the corner to Huffman. Berto's got a mark on him. Now front and center Carvalho. Blocked by Souza. Alvarez with the ball just outside the Comet yellow line. Alvarez out wide to the right this time, changing the point of attack to Carvalho. Now front and center. Here's a drive. Wide to the left. Rebound shot just above the crossbar. Comes off to the Wave. Alvarez pops it up to Huffman. Huffman marked by Berto. Away from the goal to Escueta. Steinwasser, front and center. Alvarez to Escueta, using the boards through the area, goes out of bounds off Milwaukee. It'll be Comet ball with 5:42 to play in the game.
So we asked a poll on Instagram for KC Comets, who will lead the Comets in scoring this season. 67% of you had Zach Reggett. 16% Leo Gibson, 11% Rion Marquez, and 6% John Sosa. So Zach Reggett, not only off to a great start on the field, but in terms of what the fans see out there.
Good ball from Reggett over to Nacho. Nacho sends it high into the corner for Rion Marquez. Pop backs down on the blue turf here. They get it out to Raymond. Ben Raymond there turns, but it's knocked back to Reggett. Reggett pokes it to Sosa, who sends it long for Ramon Palmer. Willie B comes out, cuts it down, and then Reggett goes down on the ground. And what do we have here?
So it's a handball first, and the trainer's going to come out to take a look at him.
Reggett holding his right ankle. Sean Dumers, the Comets trainer, coming out onto the field.
So I got a message from Phil Levanco, who knows all and sees all for MASL. He says if you go back to 2019 at least, Ian Bennett has never gone back-to-back regular season games without a point. And I don't know if going back further than that. Be interesting if somebody in Milwaukee could take us back further, but it's been quite a weekend, and you wouldn't have expected that.
No. There's the ever-important right ankle for the Comets. Zach Reggett, who has the hat trick in the first half.
Kickapoo girl on Twitch says, don't jinx it, Eric Bergerud. It's not an issue of jinxing. It's an issue of me passing along important information that the one and only Phil Levanko shared with me. So there you go.
5 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the game. Comets with a 8-3 lead over their rival Milwaukee Wave. And again, it's the only game between Kansas City and Milwaukee this year.
Look at the Comets bench there, and so far so good. 2 new assistant coaches. See Matt Gordon, MG on his shirt, Kai Marty in the KM on his shirt, and both have been fixtures in the Kansas City soccer community. Chatted with Julian Oliviero before the game. He had an opportunity, I think, to meet Matt up in Utica at the Combine. Had good things to say about him.
Milwaukee ball.
6 attacker in.
And it is Mario Alvarez.
The professor pointed out that the last time the Comets played Ian Bennett, no goals scored, which is highly unusual.
Very much so. Here's a drive by Sosa from the half line to an open goal, but just wide to the right. Alvarez out to Tony Walls. Walls catches up with the ball, sends it forward to Huffman. Huffman to Carvalho, and over to Alvarez. 4:24 to play in the game. Bennett from downtown, blocked by Berto. How many times have we said that time? Palmer trying to clear it out.
Will he be back on the field just for a moment? Alvarez back.
Coming up on 4 minutes to play.
League is changing one of the rules on Players of the Week this year. There's going to be 3 awards. Offensive player, a defensive player, and a goalkeeper. So no longer the goalkeeper getting the defensive player, which has been one of the complaints, particularly from a certain team in Southern California who felt that their 4 defenders constantly were overlooked last year. Foul's going to be called on Huffman. And for some reason, a second ball's out on the field, but they'll take care of that. Yeah, so here's the thing. San Diego Soccer's vociferously talked about this last year. Oh, look at this kid. He got the ball out of the net.
The assist.
Waited. It's like, okay, can I throw it now? And he did. Yeah, ironically, since the Sockers haven't played this year, they can't get the inaugural Defender of the Year award. Though.
We do get the 16-time MASL Ron Newman Cup champions. There's a goal! Is that from Mikey Linus?
I thought it was Sosa. Yeah, it was Sosa.
John Sosa.
Just the shin guard.
John Sosa adding a goal to his 3 assists tonight.
Good job
by Kansas City a 9-3 lead.
Lennis will get the assist on. I was going to say good job by both Leo Gibson and Lennis putting pressure, leading to that goal. Nothing Correa could do. Double teamed. And just a little dink over Willie B. It is 9-3. 6 attacker back out for Milwaukee Wave. So I've been thinking a lot about this, Nick. You know, these 2 franchises, these 2 cities have a history going back, playing into the early 90s, and you called some of those games in the 90s. But 30 years ago this month, something interesting happened culturally that I think is germane for this rivalry. When we get a moment, I will share that with you.
All right, stand by, Eric. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in this one. Comets a 6-goal lead with Milwaukee and the 6th attacker out there. Right side, Ian Bennett. Bennett drives one in there. That's wide to the left.
Good
Another
block.
shot blocked there by Andreos. Stays with the Wave. Carvalho. Back to Oliveira. Alvarez. Now Bennett. Bennett drives one in there. Wide left again. Carvalho up with the rebound. Now Alvarez front and center. Pinballing around. Reggett will kick it over the half line. Comets will stay back defensively, leading by 6 goals. There's a drive off the boards. Comets are going to win this game. We'll see if Ian Bennett remains scoreless.
7 straight wins after this one versus Milwaukee at home for the Comets. Great run here for Kansas City.
Neto.
No foul call. We'll play.
Reggett ends up on the turf, and then from behind.
Lennis.
What good defensive play there. Up to Leo.
He's been great.
Leo turns. Now Lennis with the ball. Run into the boards by Correa. Both teams play on. Ball still loose. Lennis in the area once again. Lennis turns, faces the goalkeeper. Fires a shot. Willie B couldn't hold on. Minute and 40 left in the game. Let's hope nothing gets out of hand here in the last seconds of this one. Tripped up by Reggett. Reggett's going to be sent off.
So while we sort this out, 30 years ago this month, the one and only band, Ace of Base, in their immortal words, saying, "I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding." Well, the Comets saw the sign in Milwaukee, and you know, life is demanding without understanding. Comets are going to take this one, winning comfortably 9-3.
Bravo, Eric, bravo.
I think on that note, I can just mic drop and head down. And maybe I should have a conversation with Zach Reggett, who'll spending some quality time.
Do you have the right
thinking,
mic this time, do we
I
think?
do have the right mic.
Okay.
Well, we'll hope so. Here we go.
All right, we will definitely see. Eric Bergrud heading down the stairs. Going to talk to Coach Stefan Stokic after the game. Zach Reggett huddled up with his team in front of the bench. 1:37 left to play in this one. Here's a replay. And I think they're going to say Zach went... did they say he went above? I thought Brian Martin may have said he went above the shoulders. I could be wrong. I couldn't hear him. It's not piped directly into our audio. Oh, there it is. There was Nacho. Maybe it is on Nacho instead of Zach Reggett. There's Nacho going above the shoulders, perhaps. That's what they're looking at against Breno Oliveira. Did Nacho go above the shoulders and make contact with the head? If that's the case, that's why Nacho would be sent off. I don't know if that would be in addition to the call on Reggett. Here we go. Here's the decision from Ryan Sigic. So that was an official review, and they took the blue card away. So no power play to Milwaukee. And 1:37 left on the game clock. Comets leading by 6. Nacho stays in. The Santiago, Chile native is in his 9th year with the Comets. Milwaukee with the ball. 90 seconds to play. 90 seconds to play in the game. Pass intercepted by Ramon Palmer. Palmer quickly ahead to Andreos, off the boards. Nacho wisely plays it back out to Berto. Comets don't need to go forward here. They just need to play keep away, and they're going to come up with their first win. Timeout is called by Nicolau Neto. Neto talking it over with Tony Walls. Tony Walls gave him a little extra business there. Both teams will head back to their respective benches. Next home game for the Comets is going to be on Sunday, December the 3rd against the St. Louis Ambush right here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Kickoff is set for 4:05. You can get your tickets here by going to kccomets.com, ticketmaster.com, or 888-9-COMETS. It's the I-70 series once again between St. Louis and Kansas City. Meanwhile, Milwaukee is going to have to wait a couple of weeks before getting back into action. They're going to take on the Monterey Flash at home at UW Panther Arena. And that'll be at 6:05 on Saturday, December 9th. Comets have an interesting schedule. They play St. Louis 6 times this season, UFC 3 times, and then they play a pair of home and homes with the Monterey Flash, Empire Strikers, San Diego Sockers, the Texas Outlaws, the Chihuahua Savage, and there is a 6-game road trip in the middle of January to early February that will loom large in where the Comets finish this year with a trip down to Mexico during that 6-game road trip. So, challenging schedule, but fun nonetheless. Coming up on a minute to play, Milwaukee still battling the Comets. Marquez with the ball on the boards, trying to extract the ball, and he gets it out, but it goes right over to Milwaukee. So 6th attacker back in there for the Wave. Correa, Steinwasser, now Alvarez. Last minute of the game, Alvarez on over to Huffman. Now Breno Oliveira to Carvalho. Right side for Bennett. Bennett off the boards. Still off the boards. And a whistle and a foul called against Kansas City. John Sosa is the guilty party. Sosa didn't agree. Here's the restart by Huffman. Huffman over the top of the defense on the volley. Carvalho launches that one up to the International Space Station. And a goalkeeper distribution coming up for the Comets. 22 seconds left. There's Lee. Both teams playing out the final seconds here. Fans come to their feet. 10 seconds to play. Zach Reggett going long. Willie B heads it away from the goal, out of bounds. 3 seconds left. William Bonahene. And the Comets kick it back to Neto, and that should do it. There it is, the final horn and whistle. Game over. Comets successful on their home opener. A convincing 9-3 victory over their rival, the Milwaukee Wave. The only time these two teams will meet this year, unless it's in the postseason, we shall see. Comets 9-3 winners here. Nicolau Neto, great day in goal for the Comets. Zach Reggett had a hat trick. John Sosa had 4 points tonight for the Comets, 3 assists and 1 goal. Also goals from Henry Ramirez, as well as two goals by Nacho. And Ray Lee also got into the scoring, as well as Lucas Souza. Standing by to chat with Eric Bergrud. And I think Zach Reggett's coming over to chat with him. So we're going to go down to Eric here in just 1 second. All right, let's go down to Eric. He's got Zach Reggett with him.
All right, Comets fans, we're here with your player of the match for your home opener, number 8, Zach Reggett. So before I ask you about your hat trick, every line played well. What can you say from goalkeeper on up to target?
We were ready for this game, I would say. We were really prepared. We felt good coming out of preseason. Stokic we've been grinding. We've been working hard, battling through injuries, battling each other. But, we're a family. We love each other, so it's nice when we get to play someone else. And, we had a good game plan, and, we executed today, so it was good.
Talk about your first half hat trick, and in particular that goal out wide. You were on the wing on the set piece, and Sosa just teed it up for you. That top shelf looked really big.
Yeah, honestly, me and Sosa and the top of the box guys have been staying after practice, working on what's going to be open, watching film, seeing where, the gaps are team to team. And, the guys are being, they're staying on me to shoot the ball. So I just got to stay confident and play with them. And, if it's given to me, shoot the ball.
Heard from a lot of fans from Kenosha who are rooting for you. What is it like from being from Wisconsin, playing the Wave and beating them the way you did tonight?
I always got love for the hometown, but, I'm in KC. We're going for a ring, so KC all the way.
So final question. You beat your top rival, and for some people, Milwaukee, and you've got your other rival coming in St. Louis here next week. What do you expect from Comets fans bringing out noise next week here at Cable Dahmer Arena?
We just need them to take it game by game with us. Keep showing up, keep being loud, and if it's one game in the weekend, we're trying to go 1-0. Each season, each game, it's just weekend after weekend after weekend. So if it's 2 games back-to-back, 2-0, we need them to be just as committed as us, and we thrive off that energy. So we love you guys.
Comets fans, hat trick for your player of the match, forward number 8, Zach Reggett. He'll be back with your Comets right here at Cable Dahmer Arena next Sunday against guess who? The St. Louis Ambush. Back to you, Nick. Back to you, Nate.
Thank you. All righty, Eric. Thank you so much. Comets victorious tonight. 9-3 over the Milwaukee Wave. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we will wrap it up here from Cable Dahmer Arena on 38 The Spot and Twitch.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. This is Kansas City. This is my town. I started a personal injury law firm here because I wanted to help people here. And that's what my team and I do every single day. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, Select Physical Therapy is here for you. Select Physical Therapy is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make Select Physical Therapy's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Ramon Palmer, they're signing some autographs for some of the younger fans here, decked out in their Comets gear. So, Eric, a 9-3 victory by the Comets over their most heated rival, the Milwaukee Wave, on opening night. A great start for the Stokich era. The changes that we have seen in terms of how they handled their forwards worked out well tonight. Defense played well. Effort was there. Overall, very good effort by Kansas City tonight.
Started with goalkeeping. Neto was terrific tonight. We saw immediately the difference Robert Palmer made. And can you imagine next week when they get Chad Vandegrift back and you'll have one of them on each line? It's going to be a team to reckon with. If they can just stay consistent scoring goals like we saw today against the defending Eastern Conference champions, this is going to be a team to watch out for this season.
More play from Henry Ramirez, from Lalo, some of the younger players. Mikey
Lennis was terrific.
I mean, these younger players adding a burst of speed and energy to this lineup that we haven't seen in a while.
And there's battles for playing time, and I think that you're going to see that carry over this week in practice and into next weekend because people want to be in that 16-man roster here at Cable Dahmer Arena.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Final score, Comets win 9-3 for our Cable Dahmer Arena television crew and for my broadcast partner, Eric Bergerud. I'm Nick Vassos. Thanks for watching. Good night from Independence.